where it's all started. The Crow's Nest and Treasure Key used to be right here. And Hubert Ingram brought a guy by the name of Robert Meissner. Right here, Treasure Key was a hopping, popping metropolis. And Meissner changed everything for 40 years. And 40 years we was looking for a buyer. And the buyer couldn't do as bad as Meissner did. He closed the hotel. He concentrated on the red ship. He didn't care whether people in Treasure Key live or die. For over decades, 4 decades. All you got right here is a bunch of sand. Actually, the sand is over 10, 15 feet since the Hurricane Dorian. That's the power of what Hurricane Dorian has done. But I'm just doing a history. We got a buyer that's looking to build 2 hotels in Treasure Key. But because them demi-gods is not sitting at the table, they will try to cancel the deal. And don't give a hell about Abaco, and they never give a hell about Abaconians dead. You remember, our buddy Hubert Ingram never brought one single project to Abaco. Not one, not one, not one. And the owner of Baker's Bay, he saw the same thing that I saw here, but he saw beyond that. He saw a sitting giant. Just the sand alone. You so much sand here, how much is piled up. Well, if you get the right owner, you could turn this sand into millions. Only thing I don't want to see happen is what happened to Baker's Bay. All the foreigners benefit. The Bahamians just become slaves to a plantation. That is the only thing I don't want to see happen here. But those of you that is religious, such as Kai Mills is, remember, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. On the 7th day is where God took a break, right here at Treasure Key. After all these years of coming here, once you see that water, you just say, wow, wow. Right where I'm here is where the bar and restaurants used to be. There's no resemblance of any life used to be here. Look at the acres and acres of sand. 3.5 miles of untouched beach. There has not been a hotel in Treasure Key in over 30 years. This is a sleeping giant, just like Baker's Bay. We have leaders that want to lead, but you gotta have that vision and that money. When I come out here, we see sand and sea. That's all we see. But they see opportunity, just like Mike Melman. He saw a huge opportunity and turned sand into billions of dollars. Only thing that the Bahamians are not benefiting. It's a little windy today. A cold front is pushing through. I just thought I'd do a quick video of what is here. And everybody talk about the negative. Negative. Sometimes I go on that negative run also. But look at this. If the buyer that is on the table doesn't buy Treasure Key because of the government, it's amazing that the owner want to sell, the buyer want to buy. We're only waiting on the government, 6 months in. So tell me something. If the government decides not to sell, that means we'll probably go into another government, another election, and Treasure Key will still be here as a sleeping giant. It's amazing that we have lawyers, all lawyers that are prime minister, and they make excuse of I hear this from all the D-average. We have a bunch of D-average that want to get involved. This is what the D-average would say. Oh, the buyer only gonna buy it and sit on it. Why would somebody buy all of this and sit on it? You get an interest from sitting on it. You get money by investing. Look at all of this. You just gonna sit on it? Well, all the lawyers, y'all lawyers that's involved, all you gotta do is put a clause in there. I ain't no lawyer, but common sense. Put a clause there. If you don't develop in so many days, so many weeks, so much months, the government will take over. That don't take no college degree to figure out. That doesn't take 4 years of law school. That's common sense. If you know and you think that the buyer is going to sit on the property as if he's an idiot, put a clause in there. Give him time. That doesn't take much to figure out. I figured that out a long time without even going to law school. I went to common sense school. What happened to y'all brilliant lawyers that let people talk fool to you, but they're going to buy it and he's going to sit on it and that's it. But Meister, if you don't know, Meister bought it and he did nothing for 40 years. 40 years. It was a sitting giant. Closed the hotel. Hardly operate the marina. We can't do much worse than what Meister did. We can only progress because everything is regress. And if the government decides to do nothing, this is what we'll have here coming into the next election. Because the next buyer would say, you know what? I don't trust governments with my money. So why waste time? You got a buyer, you work with the buyer and get moving. Because the only people that are not benefiting is North Abaco. It's one of these kayakers on the beach of Treasure Key all by myself. Boy, what a beautiful property. Boy, wouldn't it be good to see a hotel in the backdrop with tourists pouring out the hotel onto the most beautiful beach in the Abacos. It's one of these kayakers. Early morning video. Early morning. I wish I could just get naked and just jump overboard and hope them sharks don't come for me. Nobody here but me and the gods and the beautiful waves. You don't have to do much to sell this, just like Baker's Bay. Just one look and you're sold on that you're in heaven on earth. Let's get to trucking. Let's get the pencils and the papers out. Let's edge this deal before I move on to glory. Kayakers, we're in a heavenly place called Treasure Key Beach in Abaco. It's time to move forward. It's a new day. Let's see if we can see a new day. Hubert Ingram had Meister down here, and he closed the day, and we looked for 40 years for this place to be sold. We got a buyer. Let's move forward, upward, onward, together. Kayakers.